Getting a passport photo can be a bit of a worry. There are so many different rules and regulations about what's acceptable for a passport. It makes it very, very difficult to get a good photo, and the general rule of thumb is if you look good, it's not acceptable. So ultimately you're left with something that's going to be either disappointing or entertaining, depending how you look at it. My current passport looks pretty much like this, but I have 4 old passports which have expired due to old age, which are interesting to look at, I'd have to say. Back in 2007, when I was almost 50, I looked like this, which isn't all that different from what I look like now. But compare that with 1997, when I was 39 years old, I looked like this. What can you say? My mother said, "Is there a name for that hairstyle?" I said, "Yeah, of course there is. It's called midlife crisis." My recollection is that I thought I was going to grow a ponytail. Luckily that didn't happen. 10 years before that, when I was 29, I looked like this. Respectable young man, had some colour in my hair then. I can't even remember that. But I got my first passport when I was 18, when I first travelled overseas, and my first passport photograph looks like this. Those were the days, back in 1976. It's a long time ago. What is frightening is that at a time when I was already looking like this, when I was in my late 40s, I was still travelling around with a passport that looked like this. I got some very strange looks going through customs and immigration. I remember I arrived at an airport in Australia once, and the immigration guy looked at my passport, and he looked up at me, and he looked back at the passport, and he looked up at me, and he stamped my passport and handed it back to me and said, "Welcome to Australia, don't try and go to America." My current passport's just about expired and I'll have to go and get another one. I've made it a policy now to try and make myself look as different as I possibly can from the previous one. Maybe I'll get my hair shaved completely off and I'll polish my head. I'll let you know.